Russia's invasion of Ukraine pushing more than 4 million people out of their homeland, creating the fastest growing refugee crisis in Europe since World War II. We've heard a lot about how Poland is absorbing much of this tragedy, but Moldova, one of Europe's poorest and most isolated countries, is receiving the highest number of refugees per capita due to the crisis in Ukraine. And one global humanitarian organization based in California, ShelterBox, is focusing its efforts there. Stephanie Christensen, a ShelterBox response team member, is on the ground right now in Moldova, joining me live from there. Stephanie, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for being here with us. Stephanie, ShelterBox has responded to Ukraine-related issues twice before, in 2003 and 2008. Now, this war forced by Russia. What have you been seeing since you've been there, and how does it compare to some of the other crisis zones you've worked in, like Ecuador and the Philippines?
So ShelterBox is an international disaster relief organization. We respond to both rapid onset disasters and conflict situations, providing emergency shelter and basic supplies. So we have a lot of experience working in conflict zones around the world, and this is an incredibly complex situation here. We're responding both within Ukraine, and we're looking to respond here in Moldova too. We've had a team on the ground since the beginning, and we're doing everything we can to help the people affected by this crisis.
As I understand it, ShelterBox's focus right now has been providing mattresses to some of the collective respite centers everyone around the world has been seeing in schools and churches.
Yes, so those mattresses are going to Lviv in western Ukraine for people who have moved from east to west but chosen to stay in the country. We're also looking to provide shelter kits, which are tarps, tools, and building materials for people living more on the front lines of conflict, to make damaged buildings habitable, along with water filters, solar lights, blankets, and vital equipment. And then here in Moldova, for refugees, they've already left carrying everything they can. It's not practical to give them a lot more to carry. However, there's a vital need for things like hygiene kits, and so we're looking to see how we can best support people here.
We know, as you just said, that some of those mattresses going to Lviv. We know Moldova has welcomed about 380,000 people who are fleeing this war, which is now 5 weeks old. Moldova is not a member of NATO or the EU. So how equipped is the country to handle all of this without groups like yours from California and other places stepping in? They must be so happy to see you there.
It's actually really incredible what the government has been able to do here with limited resources. The vast majority of people who have come over the border and are choosing to stay in Moldova are here in Chisinau, in the capital, where there's 75 collective centers, and the government, in partnership with organizations, is providing meals and food and all of the basic needs for these people, so they're being very well taken care of. However, this is only 10% of the refugee population here. The rest are staying in apartments or with host families and are a little bit less visible to that coordinated humanitarian effort, and so that's where ShelterBox is focusing our efforts.
What is going on is a huge problem that you just detailed, huge problem to manage. How does ShelterBox kind of organize itself on the ground to try to be most efficient in what really amounts to chaos, people going anywhere and everywhere to try and get to safety?
Coordination is hugely important, so we coordinate with other agencies on the ground, with local partners, local governments, to make sure that we understand the situation. We work with the affected population directly to understand their needs, and we also pre-position our aid around the world so that we have things ready to go right away and we're not waiting to get that. So it's a combination of those and our expertise and our experience that allow us to respond rapidly but with the right aid at the right time.
Which is critical for Californians who are literally a world away from this conflict and may be very concerned, but then also feel very disconnected from any effort to make a real difference. What is it that you most want them to know right now?
Every dollar makes an incredible difference, and anyone who is able to give at shelterboxusa.org, I can assure you, being on the ground, seeing the impact here, your gift of giving a family shelter and exactly what they need to help them in their onward journey is an absolutely incredible gift you can give someone, and there's certainly no shortage of need here.
Well, Stephanie, we really appreciate you joining us live today from Moldova, and I know lots of people appreciate the work that you and ShelterBox are doing. Thank you so much for sharing about this effort from this California-based company. We appreciate you. Take care.
Thank you so much for having me.
Stay safe.